catching ghosts, shooting foxes. It is said that Li Zhuming, the son of Master Li Jingzhuo, who served as the county magistrate of Zhuming, was a fearless and bold individual, devoid of cowardice. He was also the brother-in-law of Sir Wang Jiliang of Xincheng. In Wang's mansion, strange occurrences were often witnessed within its numerous pavilions. Li Zhuming frequently stayed overnight at Wang's residence during the summer. Once, he took a liking to the cool evening breeze on the loft and decided to sleep there. Upon hearing of the peculiarities of the loft, Li Zhuming simply laughed it off and insisted on setting up his bed there. The host could only comply and instructed servants to accompany him. Li Zhuming declined, stating, "I prefer to sleep alone. I've never known what it means to be afraid." The host burned incense in the censer, prepared the bed, inquired about his desired head direction, attended to him, extinguished the lamp, and closed the door before leaving. Shortly after Li Zhuming lay down, he noticed by moonlight that a tea canister on a nearby table was tilting and spinning rapidly, neither falling nor stopping. Li Zhuming shouted at it, and immediately the canister came to a halt. After a while, he saw what seemed like someone pulling out the incense from the censer, causing it to sway in midair, weaving intricate patterns. Li Zhuming got up and scolded, "What kind of ghostly being dares to behave like this?" He got out of bed stark naked, intending to seize it. As he extended his foot to find his shoes, he only found one. He didn't have time to find the other and rushed over barefoot to the spot where the incense was swaying, giving it a palm strike. The incense promptly returned to the censer, causing no sound or movement. Li Zhuming bent down and felt every corner of the dark space, when suddenly something flew towards his face, feeling like a shoe, but he couldn't find it again. Li Zhuming then opened the door and went downstairs, calling for servants, lighting a lamp, and conducting a thorough search, yet found nothing. He returned to bed and slept. In the morning light, he had several people help search for the missing shoe, turning over mattresses and beds, but still couldn't find it. The host replaced his shoes for him. A day later, someone happened to look up and saw a shoe wedged between the roof beams of the room. It was picked up, and indeed, it was Li Zhuming's missing shoe. Li Zhuming, originally from Yidu, lodged with the Sun family in Sichuan County. The Sun family had many houses that were unoccupied, and Li Zhuming only stayed in one of them. The southern courtyard was adjacent to a tall pavilion, separated by a single wall. People frequently saw the door of the pavilion atop the loft opening and closing on its own. Li Zhuming, upon hearing this, also paid it no mind. On one occasion, he was chatting with family members in the courtyard, when he suddenly saw the pavilion's door opened by itself, and a small figure emerged, sitting facing north. The figure was less than 3 feet tall, wearing a green robe and white socks. Everyone pointed at it, but the figure remained motionless. Li Zhuming said, "This is a fox spirit." He quickly grabbed his bow and arrow, intending to shoot at it. When the figure saw this, it emitted a mocking sound and promptly disappeared. Li Zhuming then took a knife and ascended the pavilion, cursing and searching, but found nothing and had to return. In the years that followed, Li Zhuming lived there for several more years, completely at ease, and no further strangeness occurred.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.